Have you ever heard of China's Halloween? Of course, October 31st is Halloween, the spookiest night in the West. But what about China? Well, China has the Ghost Festival. It's in the middle of summer and it's dead serious. So today, let's look at China's Ghost Festival and Halloween and ask who treats their ghosts better. Part 1. So who are these ghosts anyway? Let's start with the big question. Who are the ghosts? Where do they come from? And where do they go? And are any of them called Cotton-Eye Joe? In Chinese tradition, during the 7th lunar month, that's usually August, the gates of the underworld open wide. All the ghosts take a little vacation on Earth. Some come to visit family, others just come for free food. It's basically a massive family reunion, except half the family are ghosts. But not all the visitors are friendly ancestors. Some are lonely ghosts, spirits with no relatives. They wander around looking for sympathy and snacks. That's why people burn incense, paper money, and set out food. To comfort them. And, well, to keep them from haunting you. When the holiday ends, the gates close, and all the ghosts are supposed to return to the underworld. Depending on which version you believe, they stay for a month or 6. Yes, that's right. Some Chinese ghosts are on extended vacation plans. Part 2. Meanwhile, in the West. Halloween is an ancient festival and actually comes from a Celtic festival called Samhain. It was a festival centered in Ireland and was celebrated throughout the Celtic world, which included the north of France and the UK. People believe that the spirit world and the human world were close between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice. That's around the end of October. The spirits of Halloween were sometimes less than courteous. Some didn't just politely pop around for a nice cup of tea and to catch up with old friends. Some were out to get you. To avoid being possessed, villagers would blow out their fires, wear scary costumes, and try to trick the ghosts into thinking they were one of them. And they also left out some treats for the ghosts to snack on. Basically, hide, cosplay, and hope the ghosts leave you alone. Later, the Romans took over much of the Celtic lands, although not Ireland, and mixed Samhain with their own harvest festivals. And eventually, it evolved into the Halloween we all know and love. Part spooky, part pumpkin-flavoured fun. It turned into a reason for people to dress up as anything from ghosts to witches, anime characters, bananas, or even a particularly attractive traffic cone. Part 3. Feeding the dead. Both holidays have at least one thing in common: food. In China, families prepare a buffet for ghosts. Roast duck, fruits, rice, and ghost money for good measure. After all, they don't want to risk offending visiting relatives, or worse. For Halloween, people leave candy and treats at the door for living kids pretending to be ghosts, so they don't egg the house. Same principle, different risk. Lighting is also important. Halloween has its famous jack-o'-lanterns, carved pumpkins glowing with spooky smiles. They were originally meant to scare spirits away, or depending on the legend, they were made by spirits to lure people to their doom. Either way, now it's a cute and fun decoration and basically the mascot of the holiday. In China, instead of pumpkins, people float river lanterns. They're soft paper lights shaped like lotus flowers, drifting on water to guide lost souls home. It's a much more calm and somber affair. Part 4. How humans turned ghost festivals into parties. Here's the twist. Both festivals used to be religious. While Halloween becomes louder and louder each year and has ended up being celebrated all around the world, the Ghost Festival has become quieter. Halloween became a candy-powered carnival. Kids shout trick or treat, adults throw themed costume parties, and every Hollywood studio releases a new haunted something movie. It's less about the spirit world and the changing of the seasons, more about fun and embracing the fear of mortality. China's Ghost Festival used to be just as lively. Centuries ago, especially in the Ming Dynasty, people would go out on boats, light lanterns, and turn lakes into glowing dance floors. Imagine thousands of people dancing on a lake. Music, lanterns, food, fun. A party so big, even the dead were afraid of missing out. Today though, the holiday is quieter. People still burn paper offerings or float lanterns, but the big public celebrations have largely faded. Maybe modern ghosts just prefer chatting online. So, Halloween or the Ghost Festival both started as ways to handle our fear of death, and both ended up as excuses for a big party. Maybe the real moral is, no matter where you're from, ghosts just want one thing: to be remembered. And maybe a snack or two. So next Halloween or next Ghost Festival, when you see a floating lantern or a glowing pumpkin, just wave and wish the ghosts a happy holiday. If you enjoyed this spooky East meets West story, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And maybe light a lantern and leave out a snack, just in case someone's still watching.